Ooh. Hey, welcome back to another day in the old jazz era. I'm your host, the most boast, Taylor Elajas. You doing good? I'm doing pretty good, but are you doing good though? I'm doing good today. We are here at Hip Hop Rookie of the Year at Quality Time Network, and we're gonna have ourselves a quality damn time. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the last Hip Hop Rookie of the Year for the year of 2019. Okay. It's been a long year. It really has. It's been a very long year, and there's been a lot of artists that has been talked about on the show. We've been doing this since, I believe, around February, and it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy how, like, you see artists develop over time, and they go from small artists to bigger artists. Now they are here where they're at. And we're talking about a lot of these people, but this is going to be the last ladder of 2019. Now we're going to be able to see who's on the final ladder, and I'm going to explain why they're there, why some people are not there, and we're really gonna get to the nitty gritty of what is really popping with the rap and hip hop game this year. Right? Because there's been a lot of things that's been going on, man. There's been a lot of things going on, and a lot of honorable mentions, and it's just, honestly, I'm gonna say it really has been crazy to be able to see the growth of a lot of these artists and where they've been able to come to. What's going on A9 25B. I'm just talking about how I've been doing the show since early 2019, and now we're at the end of 2019, and it's really going to get to the very last ladder and just really break down where we're at right now and how we got here. What I'm saying? How we really got here, what's going on. Plug and Rafi. We're about to get into the criteria real quick, and then we're going to get into this week's ladder, which is the very last Hip Hop Rookie of the Year ladder of 2019. Okay, so we're going to break down the criteria real fast and then get into the ladder. So you need well-produced and engineered music, all right? Signed or unsigned, okay? Interviews, tours, social media presence, all right, as well as cosigns, engagement, bodies of work, analytical results, YouTube views, magnitude of notable songs, and last but not least, platforms featured on already. So these things are what make a person eligible to be on the Hip Hop Rookie of the Year ladder, right? So I'm just going to dive into a little bit of the honorable mentions of who are not on the ladder, okay? And, there's been a lot of honorable mentions that have come through the Hip Hop Rookie of the Year spectrum, and people that have really been on the map and just couldn't make it to the ladder. You know what I'm saying? Just couldn't make it to the ladder, but they tried. You know what I'm saying? As long as you tried. You know what I'm saying? A person know that, and these people who are not on the ladder doesn't mean that they're not gonna have a fire 2020. You know what I'm saying? These people can really have a fire 2020. What's going on? Flea Mason. I'm talking about some honorable mentions, but let's get into some honorable mentions already. Stunner for Vegas, I think, is a person. He was an honorable mention a couple times and never really made it to the ladder. He's the baby's artist, but he was really able to make a name for himself, and he actually just got on Genius for a verified video for Up the Smoke. And it's been dope to see his progression too. He has one of the hardest songs of 2019, in my opinion. Ashley, super dope song. And he I believe he's also been on Vlad. Now he's been on Vlad. He talked with Juice WRLD and admits that he still pops perks. I pop a perk, it gives you more stamina. You know what I'm saying? He has a song where he says, "I pop a perk, it gives you more stamina." So he wasn't lying. This is no rap cap, ladies and gentlemen. No rap cap whatsoever. But there's also a No Jumper. He's been doing big things, and besides the baby is definitely a big thing. But he definitely needs to get some more time under his belt. But the baby has a song, a line in Ashley, which I said was to me one of the hardest songs of 2019. I got my young N-words rich in 6 months. Play with me, get your ish bust. Okay, so he's literally saying, I got him lit in rich in 6 months. It only took 6 months. That's it. It only took 6 months. So what do you think's going to happen in the next 6 months? A lot can happen in the next 6 months if what already happened this 6 months happen. You know what I'm saying? And things can go way better in the next 6 months, ladies and gentlemen. But Thunder for Vegas definitely a great one. Chef G and Sleepy Hollow. I think 2020 is their year. I think they're gonna take over hip hop next year because the way that they come up with flows is just so crazy. Like they literally have different packages of flows in every single song that I've heard. Is a different type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta give to them. It's just they got on my radar super late, and man, I'm mad at myself. It took me so long to really get them on my radar, and they literally live in the same state that I live in. You know what I'm saying? But man, they to me also have one of the hardest songs of 2019 and two of the hardest albums of 2019. Breaking Bad with Chef G and Sleepy Hollow is one of the hardest songs of 2019. You're probably gonna hear me say that about a few songs, but this is definitely to me one of the hardest songs of 2019. Breaking Bad, literally listen to that song. It's off Sleepy Hollow's album. Super tough, super tough, super tough song. But they're out of Brooklyn and they're super next up. I think 2020 is for sure their year. Chef G has been making some progress. Does million views on his videos, but you could do million views on videos and still not be known. In order to really be solidified, you got to be doing like double digit, triple digit. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that are really solidified in the game are the ones with triple digit million views. And that's just the fact. You know what I'm saying? I was literally looking at a video earlier when I was watching some Young and May videos. The Ooh video is at 314 mil. You know what I'm saying? Shug the Baby is over triple digit million at this point. That's when you really what's going on, CEO Selly. That's when you really get into the superstar status, when you're surpassing these triple digit million views. And I think Chef G can get there. I think Sleepy Hollow can get there. But it's gonna take them a little bit of time. At the end of the day, it's grind mode. You got to be in the grind mode, and they're in grind mode. But their albums that they just dropped hard, and it 1,000% deserves more recognition. And I talk about them whenever I can, because not even just because they're from the same state that I'm from, but they are dope MCs, and when you're a dope MC, you deserve some shine. For sure deserves some shine. But another person out of New York, Pop Smoke, he's about it now. When I say that, for sure, like there's no doubt in my mind that somebody's going to take over 2019. It is Pop, or 2020. It is Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke is going to take over 2020. No cap whatsoever. See, I'm not wearing a hat. No cap. Okay. Mans was in Brooklyn the other day shooting a music video with Travis Scott. I'm not going to say he just got lit, but Welcome to the Party really popped off over the summer, right? It was a Backyard Bash song that was going on D Leon 7813. Welcome to the Party by Pop Smoke really just popped off over the summer, right? Just popped off. And it gained so much notoriety. And before Welcome to the Party, you had Meet the Woo, which was doing pretty well. Meet the Woo was doing pretty well. And that was a song that was popular before Welcome to the Party even got popular. Where I remember seeing Welcome to the Party, the music video was only at like 800K at one point. And then it went stupid. And it went super stupid, right? Everyone knew Welcome to the Party, right? It was like, yo, who is this guy with the super deep voice from the hood? Like, who is this guy, right? He had everybody's attention because he just sounded different, and he provided something different to the game, bro. And then his little mixtape, and I hate using the word little in front of things, but his mixtape, because it's fire. I don't want to downplay with the word little, but his mixtape that he dropped, Meet the Woo, stupid heat. He has a song on that album, to me, it's called PTSD. I thought that was 50 Cent. I literally thought that was 50 Cent. I was like, Pop Smoke already got a 50 Cent feature? This man just really popped off. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended, but it's like, what? Then the man got Nicki on the remix and then touched Billboard. I'm like, wow. And he was just doing, I think his name is Mel's or something like that, Mel's TV. He's one of these hood interviewers that goes to the hood and really interviews people in the hood that you probably don't know about. People like Master Demon. Like, I know about Master Demon. I found out about him on Twitter like a little while ago, but interviews like Master Demon, interview Ron Suno, he's an entertainer and rapper. Interview Pop Smoke, interviewed Lil TJ last year. And it's crazy when you see like interviews like that and then you see them pop off and it's like, yo, like they were early. Like these people, like Mel TV be early in the game with some of these people. And like in these interviews, you see like Pop Smoke and Lil TJ be like, yo, I'm about to pop off. You know what I'm saying? It's about time. I'm about to be up there. We about to go up. And then then they go up. And it's like, yo, you said it, you manifested it, but you didn't just manifest it, you actually put in the work. You know what I'm saying? You put in the work and you put out the visuals and you really did what you had to do in order to get out there. So I commend them 1,000%. But Pop Smoke 1,000% will take over 2020. He just needs some bigger features. Lil TJ is a great feature because War, that song, I make a call. Whoop, whoop, I make a call this war. Oh my gosh. Man, how did I forget? Whoa, bro. I'm sorry, guys. Because I have a playlist, right? I have a playlist that I'm making called TE Tunes 2019. And there is a Stovetop one and there is a Vibes one, which is more soul. Because I'm a neo soul dude. Like, I'm about my neo soul action already. But I had already started making the playlist and I forgot to put War in that mug. Oh, I'm gonna add Ashley right now too, while I'm speaking, while we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? While we're doing this, I'm just gonna add that to the playlist as well. You're gonna see me drop this before 2019 is over. But TE Tunes 2019, Ashley 1,000% is a fire song, deserves to be up there. You know what I'm saying? But so is War. I make a call. Whoop, whoop. I make a call as War. You know what I'm saying? You can check the score. We are up on the board, dude. We are 1,000% up on the board. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna add PTSD too. PTSD was one of my favorite songs of 2019. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, kind of on a tangent at this point. But Pop Smoke about to be next up, all right? And New York in general, I think, is really about to be on the come up because like there's a lot of artists bubbling, but people on the West Coast know about Pop Smoke, which to me is very impressive. You know what I'm saying? There's people on the East Coast that still don't know who One Take J is. You know what I'm saying? But people on the West Coast, I'm sure know who One Take J is because they be in parties and One Take J has the West Coast sound. And if you're from the West Coast, you probably know that Blueface's sound is not one that is necessarily like original. There's other people that sound like that from the West Coast right now. It's just that Blueface really made it lit and really made it super popular, made the sound really, what it is right now. Blueface knows how to keep the spotlight on him. You definitely got to give it up to the dude. He knows how to keep the spotlight on him. But as I continue, I'll be able to think of more honorable mentions that deserve to be up there. Because there was a lot of artists this year, dude. A lot of artists that I pay attention to that just didn't make the ladder because they just didn't do enough. You know what I'm saying? Coi Leray started off on the very first ladder, dude. She was on the very first ladder. And man, she dated Trippie Redd and got a lot of notoriety and recognition off of that, but then kind of fell off, dude. Kind of fell off. The EC2 project was super dope to me, but we never got another project. She said she was going to drop a project. She didn't. She got a couple singles. Jackie, we're probably going to get it by January 2020, but, she said she was going to drop it in 2019, but we're not going to get it, I assume. And, At It was cool. At It's a cool song. I'm not going to lie. At It was one of the singles that she dropped. Cool song. The one with Lil Got It, I wasn't jacking it. Big, I wasn't jacking it. I really wasn't. Lil Got It too was another person that was a person to watch, but he is too similar to his brother, and his brother is doing better. So it's like, why listen to you when your brother is doing kind of similar to what you're doing, but doing it a better way? You know what I'm saying? So no side to Lil Got It, not telling you to stop doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just that your sound is very similar to your brother, and your brother is, he took off. He had Nameless. Hey, she just wanna look it. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whole day. You know what I'm saying? Lil Key was on the first Rookie of the Year ladder as well. And Lil Key's dope. I think his project Long Day Mexico was super hard and deserved a lot of recognition. I think he kind of stopped dropping singles and stuff, which you can't do. In my opinion, you really just need to flood people with music all the time, dude. Like people like Black, people like DaBaby. Just flood people with music. DaBaby was on everybody's, but you see how you flood people with music. You don't have to be the person that's dropping the music, right? DaBaby was on everybody else's song, every genre. Like you can catch DaBaby on a lot of people's songs, and it's not even just in hip hop. It's just that if you're an avid hip hop listener, you probably didn't know he was on these people's songs. But if you go into other genres, you see that he was on these people's songs, and it's like, wow. I think he was on a Camilla. I forget her last name, but he was on a Camilla song. He's been on a bunch of people's songs that's where he's not even, or the people he's featured with are not rappers. You know what I'm saying? So, Black didn't put out a single. No, he put out like 3 songs, or like a 2-3 song little EP outright. But majority of this year, he was just on features. He's been on some of the hardest songs I've heard this year, like Important. Imported is a super fire song, dude. Super fire. Snow Allegra, I Want You. He's on the remix. You know what I'm saying? He's on a bunch of. I feel like he's probably gonna be on Love Songs remix. Love Songs by Cash Page, super fire. I feel like he's about to be on the remix, right? So man, like you gotta just keep your name out there, dude, and just keep putting out music, keep feeding your fans. Because I'm not saying that your fans are gonna get bored of you, but dude, like if you're not giving them, you have to always keep your fans entertained. Make them not want to go to somebody else. Make them want to stay on your artist page. If I'm feel like listening to this artist, right? Say I want to listen to Black. I don't even have, once I finish listening to Black's album, right? I don't even have to stop there. I can go to his features. And now when I'm going to his features, say I'm only listening for him, but there's a whole other verse before him. Now I could probably make a new fan. So now it's 2 things in one. You know what I'm saying? But artists got to get up on that, man. I think artists in 2020 need to realize how important it is to post, how important it is to have content, how important it is to make connections, how important it is to be on features, how important it is to have things out to keep entertaining your viewers. Because viewers get bored and viewers realize there's a bunch of people in this world. So if you're not going to provide me with something, that somebody else will. And that's what it is, dude. It's really what it is. But Polo G is another one. I'm gonna just spoil it. If you thought Polo G was gonna be on the ladder, he's not. Polo G is super hard though. His album to me, one of the top albums of 2019. And don't think I'm just saying this for everybody. I'm not. But Polo G definitely super hard. Finer Things was my introduction to Polo G a little while ago. Yeah, I know. I'll be posting up from Sunday to Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? So to hang with the members that you boot. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Man, Finer Things is a super hard song. Pop Out, man. Pop Out. It's a summer song, dude. It's a summer song, and it came out in February. I remember seeing it. I was with my mans, we were in my crib. It was like, and this is when he just put me on to Lil TJ. I started getting into Lil TJ OD, listening to more of his songs because he really had songs on streaming at this point. He only had Brothers, and I loved Brothers. And I was like, whoa, why is Brothers the only song he has on streaming right now? He was getting me so tight. But then now TJ has multiple songs on streaming now, which is very good, which is what I was always telling him to do. Not directly because, the man still know me, but, I was always saying on the show, like, yo, you need more music from TJ. I can't really even keep you on this ladder if you're not going to put out music. You know what I'm saying? Like, he put out a mixtape or an EP or whatever, a project that was a collection of singles that he already had out, and then he put on FN, which ended up being on Billboard. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock it, but, in my opinion, for how that tape was released, I was tight because I heard all the songs already. And then for FN to be the only new song, it was like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you're doing. This is what you got to do. You gotta literally just give me FN when every other song I've heard before. But he dropped the whole project, and the project's dope. So, but Polo G and Lil TJ definitely are gonna take over 2020. They really took over 2019 with Pop Out. Like, they had a summer hit. They had one of the biggest songs of this year, Pop Out, and Polo G had one of the lines of the year. Pop Out at your party, I'm with the gang. It's gonna be a robbery, stuck in chain. Like, that's that you can say that you can play that at every party ever for the rest of Polo G's life. He could probably have that song played at clubs and parties and make money. So kudos to Polo G and Lil TJ. Definitely, I watched that Mel's TV interview, and that man said about to be next up, and he was next up, dude. So I gotta give it up to Polo G and Lil TJ. However, they are not going to be on the ladder to end off 2019. So I'm just gonna spoil it for you guys. It's a couple names that's not gonna be there, but ladies and gentlemen, as we go to the ladder, I'll also just keep saying more names because this is the very last hip hop rookie of the year for 2019. So we gotta get into it all, bro. Whenever names come to my head, we're gonna talk about them. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about them. But without further ado, let's get into the very last ladder for 2019. All right. Let's get into the very last ladder for 2019 because it's been a crazy year, man. And we gotta dive into the things that are important when it comes to hip hop, and that's giving somebody an accolade. Because if you deserve it, then why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not get an accolade from Mr. Taylor Elajas? You know what I'm saying? Why not get an accolade from Mr. Taylor Elajas? Because you deserve it. You deserve it, man. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt to give somebody more accolades. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt. It really does not hurt to give somebody more accolades and to make somebody feel good by just crowning them with something like you were the best individual this year. You know, you were the best individual in hip hop this year. Okay. And that crown, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Mr. DaBaby. All right. DaBaby is this year's hip hop rookie of the year. Now, let me explain. The man's not a rookie. All right. The man's not a rookie. And it kind of irritates me when people say that he blew up on out of nowhere. Right. DaBaby did not blow up out of nowhere. DaBaby has been putting up millions of views before he got signed by Interscope. Okay. He got signed by Interscope and then the world knew him. Got signed by Interscope, immediately was on Breakfast Club because he's had some controversial things happen and he's been in some controversial activity before the latter actually even, or before the world knew about him. Shot the people in a Walmart, went on stage dressed in a diaper, or he was being filmed dressed in a diaper. But he had the whole setup really from the jump. Like there's his year, man, like just because people didn't know him prior is why I'm giving him this award. Now, is he a rookie? No, he's been, I think he's like 27 or something like that. He's been in the game for a little minute. It's just that now he's on a global stage, and he reached that triple digits, man. And that man is a solidified superstar. Did triple digits on Suge and did triple digits on album sales. Dropped 2 albums this year. 2 albums that both are crazy albums, bro. Like beginning of the year and end of the year. It was on SNL. Bro. And he has the best video production team of any rapper or any rookie. We're just talking about rookies right now. He has the best video production team of any rookie this year. You know, like they put in time and effort into their videos. And what I love about it is that he takes them wherever he goes on tour. They're always recording him. They're always, you know what I'm saying? Content is always taking place. Content is always taking place. And people will always be on DaBaby because DaBaby is always feeding them something. DaBaby is always feeding them something to watch. And you got to respect it, dude. DaBaby's keeping fans in his view. He's like, yo, y'all going to watch my content. Y'all going to stay on my YouTube channel. Y'all going to stay on my Instagram. You know, he's had several controversial moments too. And that's what keeps people coming back. You know, they're like, oh, drama happened. You know, him and Cam Cole Hart, you know, knocked him out. Me, Dolo. So I made money off that thing too, you know what I'm saying? Sold shorts, you know, sold shirts, you know what I'm saying? Knocked him out, me, Dolo, you know what I'm saying? Cam Cole Hart got his little clout off that, but at the end of the day, you know, he wasn't gonna really rise to superstar level just off of getting to a fight with DaBaby. But you know, DaBaby really has had moments this year. Moments, albums, he's been featured. He's damn near probably the feature man of the year as well. Rookie of the year and feature man of the year, man. It's how can you compete with that? You know what I'm saying? The man was working all year. Visuals, music, singles, albums, features. You know what I'm saying? Content, controversy, Breakfast Club, interviews. He was on Angela Yee lip service, tours, awards, presence, fans, engagement. I just checked his live. Man had double-digit people in his live. 18, 19K. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people tuning into your live at one time. You know what I'm saying? All just commenting, knowing that you're not going to respond. You know you have fans when you have people commenting your live and you know you're probably not going to get a response. You're just commenting because you hope this man sees your video. Or you hope this man sees your comment. You know what I'm saying? Man. I did a whole reaction to his freestyle at Power 105. He liked it, right? Didn't comment, but he liked it. And made me happy, dude. I was like, damn, he liked it. Maybe he didn't actually like it, but he liked it. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that, bro. Just interacting with your audience, which he does very well. He's enjoys his fans. He enjoys what he does, and I have to give it up to the baby, dude. I had to give it up to the baby. But yes, I started at 1, and now I'm gonna go back at 6. You know what I'm saying? Lil Nas X. Yeah. Lil Nas X, I almost didn't put this man on the damn ladder. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I almost didn't have him on the ladder because yes, he had a fire year. I love me some Lil Nas X. However, going into 2020, I'm still unsure of his genre. Has he been on the tour yet? I don't think so. He can't do a tour by himself. He's been brought out on stage, yes. But what genre of music do you make? Now, this is not me trying to box you in, because you see how Kanye West dropped an album that was put in the hip hop music genre. It's a gospel album, but it was put in the hip hop music genre. So you see, I'm not even trying. Yes, that irritated me, but we're not putting boxes out here, not putting labels, boxes, because apparently the world doesn't matter to people. Just like whatever, throw it in the hip hop category, even though it's a gospel album. You know what I'm saying? What type of music do you make? It's cool that you can show us that you do everything, but this is very important for tours and selling tickets, right? So you have a country song, a rock song, R&B song, pop song. When people buy tickets, what are they gonna go see you for? Are they gonna go see you for Welcome or Old Town Road and then leave? Are they gonna go see you for your song with Cardi B and then leave? Are they gonna go see you for Panini and then leave? So what is your fan base? So are you developing a fan base that just that likes you for you and everything that you do? Which is dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you shouldn't want that, because every artist probably wants that. They want they want a fan base that's literally going to be down for them for whatever they do, whatever they put out. People are going to buy tickets to come see you do that, and that's a dope concept. Does that work all the time though? Will he be the anomaly? He was an anomaly. He made a hip hop country song. So he was an anomaly in that, where it went number 1, 19 weeks on Billboard. I definitely give you a round of applause for that. My main question too with Lil Nas X is, why was he never on Breakfast Club, but he was on Ebro? He went to Ebro, an abrasive individual too, but I feel like Ebro probably, he knows when to shut it off, especially if nothing too controversial is happening with, like, nothing really controversial happened with Lil Nas X, other than him being gay. And I don't even remember if Lil Nas X came out as gay at that point, but probably did, because people wouldn't have cared about him at that point, because he had Old Town Road out. Yeah, because he basically came out in closure. Yeah. But my main question is, like, why not the Breakfast Club? Was that a him thing? Was that a Columbia thing? I'm definitely interested in that. If I ever get to meet Lil Nas X or interview him, that's one of my main questions. Like, why did you never go up to the Breakfast Club? I think there's a reason behind that. Whether it be the Breakfast Club didn't want him, or Columbia didn't want him there, or he didn't want to be there. Because is it a Charlemagne thing? You think Charlemagne's way too abrasive? I think that's a real question that needs to be asked to this man. Because, like, the Breakfast Club have a stamp, bro. They have a stamp that you are a solidified individual in this game if you go to the Breakfast Club. Did the Breakfast Club not want him there? Did they feel he's not solidified enough? He did 70K on an EP, which to me is pretty dope. 70K on an EP, like, damn. And all he had was one song out. And people said he couldn't make any more music or make any more hits. And then Panini did top 5. You know what I'm saying? The man was doing his numbers, dude. Like, you cannot take that away from him. But I'm definitely interested why he was never on the Breakfast Club. But however, I go into 2020 still wondering what type of music he makes, who will go to his shows, how will he do if he does a solo tour? Will he even be able to do a solo tour yet until, like, what will the next song sound like? Because he didn't come out with a single. He put out mad remixes for I don't know why I keep trying to say Overton Party. He put out mad remixes for Old Town Road. And then we didn't get another single after that. What we got was Panini remix. And he was working Panini, put out a video, performed it at the AMAs, I believe, or performed it somewhere. And I'm not even gonna say concerned, but I'm very interested in what the music is gonna sound like in 2020. Will he tour? Or will it be featured on a tour? Like, how is that going to work? I'm very interested in that. But Yeah, so that's Lil Nas X at 6. I almost didn't put him on the ladder and keep it a buck. I almost interchanged him with Lil TJ. Lil TJ had a fire year too. But it's hard to move past that 19 weeks at number one because I don't even want to overlook that. The man's been with Gordon Ramsay. The man's been with Steve. Uh, who made Amazon? Whoever made Amazon, whatever his name is, I honestly forgot. But he's been with him. He's been on Ellen. Like when it comes to platforms featured on, that man has been featured on a hell of platforms, and he's performed a hell of places. And he has a song with Billy Ray Cyrus. So it's hard to ignore some of the things he's actually done in his career so far. And the ability to be different. I have to give it to him. So definitely not take it away from him. And he is at number 6 on the ladder. But I feel like the people that are above him did a little more. You know what I'm saying? They did a little more in order to solidify their spots. But next up, we have YNW Melly. All right, YNW Melly, man. Waking up in the morning, I got murder in my mind, dude. He might be out in 90 days. That's damn near 3 months, I think. He might be out by March. I'm saying he might be out by March. And man's been in jail for quite some time, and he was really taking over. I remember doing a reaction to mixed personalities, and I believe I dropped that in January. Right, I dropped mixed personalities reaction in January, and I think he went to jail kind of soon after that. But his album IMU, Heat, he also dropped 2 albums this year. The second album was kind of a collection of old songs, but he still dropped 2 albums this year, and he was featured on a lot of songs. So that means while he was out, he was working. He was on Triple Red's album, Lil Durk's, dope features, dude, dope features, and YNW Melly is just a different dude, bro. I think he would have had a super impact on this game if he would have stayed. I want to just take a dip real quick outside of YNW Melly and talk about Blueface. Blueface is not on the ladder. Blueface was on the ladder for quite some time though, because Tatiana, he had done a lot of things right in my opinion. He did a lot of things right. He had the internet presence. He had the different style. He had Tatiana. He had dance challenges. He had been on Jimmy Fallon or Kimmel, one of them, and he already had famous Curb Out. He had some joints. He had like Studio. He had Tatiana. He had Tatiana Remix. What else? He had he was featured on You Remix with Jacquees. Bleed It. He had Bleed It. Bleed It is super fire. Pull Up on Your Block and I Bleed It. His new song Finesse the Beat's pretty dope too. Not gonna lie. But Stop Capping. He has some pretty good songs honestly. And he kept us all really waiting for a little while until people stopped caring. But he had people really on the really tightrope if the Drake verse is gonna come. I'm still waiting for the Drake verse. But eventually he kind of just gave up on the Drake verse and was like, yeah, I'm not getting that. He's like, Drake's man, light skin, and I don't know, maybe Drake just felt like, you're not gonna last very long. I don't know. I'm also very interested in that, like the behind the scenes of why really that didn't actually happen, because things that are said in interviews are not always, what that individual really wants to say, because you're being filmed and possibly millions of people are going to see this. This is a fact. Just because somebody saw it on YouTube doesn't mean that they didn't, or just because there's like only 200K views on YouTube, right? Doesn't mean that same video didn't get like 100K views on Twitter, or didn't get 600 views or 600,000 views on Facebook, So is what it is. But back to YNW Melly. To me, had one of the different sounds of 2019. Put out 2 projects. Wake up in the morning, I got murder on my damn mind, bro. Jeez, aloof. He was on Billboard, 2 to 3 Love, or 2 to 3s with Glock 9 while in jail. How you on Billboard while you in jail? Like, that's crazy. On Billboard while he in jail, double-digit million views on the music video. Man, impressive, in my opinion. Very impressive. Be able to still create buzz, still be able to be relevant while being incarcerated, I think is a test to your fan base and a test to when you come out, you'll be fine. I think when he comes out, he will be fine. I think his fan base will still be there. People will still care about YNW Melly. People will still want to know what's going on with Melly. So I think that's something that he should definitely be able to move forward with if he's able to come out in 90 days, because they said that they didn't find any of his DNA at the crime scene. But at the end of the day, I wasn't in the courthouse. I wasn't there. I'm not a lawyer. So I'm going to stay far away from that topic, but YNW Melly at number 5. Number 4, we have NLE Choppa, you know what I'm saying? The young bull, the youngest man on the ladder this week. We have NLE Choppa. And he comes with such fire energy every song, bro. The block is hot. Shadow Flow 123 remix. Is there a 4? It might be a 4. And he finally dropped a body of work. Okay, make sure it's a dope song. Finally dropped the body of work, and he dropped it at the end of the year. So he was like, yo, y'all gonna get this, man. Got the little documentary to go with it. And I was listening to DJ Ghost, and he really said this too. It's like, we've seen the progression of NLE Choppa, and people really care about him, right? So it's like, came out, Shadow Flow, independent artist, distributed through United Masters, made a ton of money, made United Masters a ton of money. All right, boom. Signs to Warner Music as well for like over $8 million, something like that. Young Bull making bands, right? On the Breakfast Club too. With Steve Stout. Man, he gets a girlfriend, right? He gets a girlfriend. People are always calling him like Young Boy, reincarnated, or like Little Young Boy, or like one of the Young Boy, blah blah. But I think people kind of stop with that. It's like he's chopping now. He's a solidified person in the game right now. I don't know how much he sold though. That's a different story, but I feel like he probably at least 80K. If I were to just go off the top of my head, I feel like he at least 8K because he's been doing millions of views since where every video he drops is a million views, at least minimum. You know what I'm saying? Minimum million views. Like not every artist does a million views on a documentary because a lot of artists are now trying to start documentaries and do that type of stuff, which is dope. Keep putting out content, keep keeping your audience entertained. But Choppa did a million when he did it. And everybody can do that. So shouts out to Choppa on that one. But Melly Choppa got a girlfriend and was just including her and everything. Always had her on live. They were buddy. Then she got a tattoo with his man. And then boom, they break up. And then he goes to this whole like, oh, hoes ain't nothing, makes songs, makes really songs, just jabbing her. You know what I'm saying? They go through beef. And now he's just like smoking on live or whatever. He used to be non-smoker, and now he's found weed, and now he's about that life. It's just been crazy to just see how he actually has been developing as an individual over the course of 2019. He's been developing as an individual over the course of 2019, and finally ended the year with a project. And 2020 I think is going to be even better for this man. And I had to put him on the ladder because he deserved it. He really did deserve it, and he deserved to be the youngest member in the hip hop game on this ladder because he really has been putting in the time and effort, and he did it independent for a little while. And then finally signed a partnership with Warner Music. He wasn't getting screwed. You can't screw Choppa because that man was doing it without you. Probably didn't even need you. You know what I'm saying? Probably did not even need you guys, but who knows why he felt like he wanted to sign. Maybe he felt it would be easier to be able to start his own label. It is what it is. But Choppa definitely deserves a lot of credit for how his career has went thus far. Next up, we have Mr. Roddy Ricch. Now, people who have been listening and watching since the beginning of me doing the Hip Hop Rookie of the Year show know that every week I say, Roddy is not doing enough. Roddy's not doing enough. Yes, you got the single, cool, but you're not doing enough. Yes, because he would drop like random singles, or he just wouldn't be in the news like that. Because Roddy doesn't really do things controversial. Right? I'm not saying that you have to be a controversial individual to be in the ladder. Not what I'm saying. Okay. His music was some of the hardest, if you want to take my opinion. But like I said, the quality of the music is a given, right? The quality of the music is a given, and we assume that the music is good. We assume that the music is good, because if it's not good, then why would you be in the ladder in the first place? So we're talking about the other things outside of that. Talking about the other things outside of the music, talking about the platforms, and he recently got on the Breakfast Club. I gotta watch the interview still because it sounds pretty chill. But when you really group everything, the fact that he did triple digits first week, Roddy Ricch is winning, man. He's winning for Atlantic. Grammy nominated, Ballin', Song of the Summer, multiple Rap Genius verified appearances. That man is about his business, bro. That man is about his business, and I commend him for really ending the year with a bang. Has some dope features on the album as well. Tiptoe, one of my favorite songs, 2020, 2019, and High Fashion is dope. Another fire song he ever mustered. I'm kind of upset that we didn't get the LMA feature because he said that one person he really wants to work with is LMA, and he didn't get to have her on the album. You know, who knows what happened with that? You know, if I were to ask Roddy Ricch a question, it'd be what happened to the LMA feature, because that I feel like would have been stupid hard. Yeah, maybe she didn't want to work with him. Yeah, I won't speculate, but you know, artists sometimes don't like other artists' music, and they don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes artists don't like other artists' music. If they have a strong say in who they work with, then they might not want to do it. You know, if they have a strong say. Sometimes the label gonna be like, "Yo, bro, you're doing it. you have no say in this matter. You're gonna do it." But Roddy Ricch, for certain, is a person that deserves to be on the ladder to end the year, because he's been putting in his work, man. He I cannot forget the first time that I saw his music. It was summer of 2018. Yeah, summer 2018. I was on YouTube listening to music videos, and I saw Die Young. And I think it only had like 1 million views, something like that. Definitely not what it's at right now. And I'm watching the music videos to a song, and I'm like, yo, who is this dude? Like, I've never heard of him before. The music video and his song really, and his presence, made me feel like he had been in the game for a while. I was like, damn, this is like a person I never heard of. It's been in the game for a minute. Like, I've never seen this guy before. Did more research, and yeah, he'd been in the game for a minute. He put out a few of the street projects since like 2017 or something. But he literally was still relatively new. And I'm like, yo, like this guy's presence just feels like he's been in the game for a while. And like, I respected it all for it. I respected him. Die Young came out soon after XXXTentacion died. And yeah, I ain't trying to die young, so I got to ride one to 10 toes down in my Balenciaga. So yeah, that man really is out here, and he made a song that people can listen to forever that really holds a lot of meaning. You know, and I for sure goes to it for the rest of my damn life, because you know, I ain't trying to die young, so I got to ride one. Still 10 toes down in my Balenciagas. Hey, you know, that's a shot to cold hearted with the blocker. You know. Gotta keep it on me. I don't want to die young. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I'd rather be judged by a jury of 12 than carried by 6 people holding me in a casket. Bro, I cannot get over that, bro. I literally cannot get over that. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I'm gonna go post bill, just look at my wrist. Oh my gosh, man. Like, that's one of the hardest lines I've probably ever heard in my whole life. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Like, there's people I know that don't get that line. I know you don't get that line, but you probably just say it. That line is stupid, hard, times 65. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to me. I'm telling you the truth. But Roddy Ricch 1000% deserved to be on the ladder. Triple digits for his week. And you know, he's probably the voice of the West Coast when it comes to the young generation right now. But, you know, one thing I would say about the album, dope album, I loved it. However, there's some songs where it sounds ridiculously like Young Thug and Future had a baby. And to me, yeah, we can call him if you want to say, but nah, if you want to say new Young Thug, it's more Lil Baby and Gunna. And new Lil Baby and Gunna is Lil Keed. But when it comes to if you want to say the new Future designer, nah, but yeah, those are songs that really sound like Young Thug and Future put together, and it was like, you know, Feed the Streets 2 was Roddy Ricch. It sounded like Roddy Ricch. Like, if you listen to it down below, that sounds like Roddy Ricch. If you want to listen to it down, if you want to listen to a Roddy Ricch tape to where like, all right, this is Roddy Ricch, right? Feed the Streets 2 to me is that project where it's like, oh, this is Roddy Ricch, you know, because there's some songs on the new project to where it's like, damn, this sounds OD like Young Thug and Future, like OD, which, you know, kind of hinders it to me because like I can hear too much of the influence. When I can hear too much of the influence, and it's not enough like you, it kind of irritates me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Kind of irritates me a little bit, but it's like, you know, when I listen to can't express myself, don't know stuff. You know what I'm saying? So double cup, I go to balls. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like Peter Streets 2 is my top 5, bro. In 2018, I made a whole video on it. It's on my it's in my top 5. It really is in my top 5, dude. Like, uh, I enjoyed Feed the Streets 2 more than the new album. I'm sorry, I apologize. I do, I really do, because it just it's more him. You know, I hear songs on this new project, and I'm like, yo, this literally sounds like Future and Young Thug had a baby. Like, I can hear it too much. I shouldn't be able to say that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I want to hear Roddy specifically. I want to hear Roddy be Roddy. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good though. It's still a dope project, and this whole year doing this, I wanted Roddy Ricch. He started off on the first ladder. He's the only person to actually make it from the first ladder to the last ladder. So congrats to Roddy Ricch. But you know, I really wanted to hear more Roddy music, and that's something I literally said every week. Like, Roddy Ricch is doing his thing, but still need more music. You know what I'm saying? Like, still need more music. Still need to see him on more platforms. You know, he didn't really do a lot of interviews. He was really outside like that. You know, he needs to be, honestly. Like, he was doing his numbers. He would do his tours. People would pop out. He had his Meek connection. Yo, PETA, Meek walked on PETA. Oh my gosh, PETA, fire, absolutely fire. I love that song. Probably my top song on the album. Literally, like, The Box was one that was probably more of a marketing thing to why that got so high, but because I think there was better songs on the project, you know. But like, you know, when these labels try to force us to like something, it's gonna happen regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because literally, your brain gets brainwashed if you hear something multiple times. It's just gonna stick in your head. Especially if there's a marketing kind of campaign behind it. They did a whole The Box challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, when there's a marketing plan to where like they're gonna try to execute this regardless. You know, especially if it's with an artist that people already like, it's probably gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's probably gonna work. Like, they could have did it with Eddie's song. They could have said, "Yo, make a challenge with this song." But The Box is definitely a good one to make a challenge out of, and people like Roddy Ricch because they already like balling, and because, you know, just came on balling. Like, that's pretty much what it is. They just came on balling, and he already got the Nipsey cosign. So people was messing with Roddy, bro. People was messing with Roddy. So it is big. People was messing with Roddy, and they was gonna give him that love. They was gonna get that man that love regardless. And I definitely give it up to Roddy Ricch, man. That dude has been working, and he gonna end off this year as number 3 on the Hip Hop Rookie of the Year ladder, ladies and gentlemen. He 1000% will. But number 2, Megan Thee Stallion. All right, Megan Thee Stallion. All right, let me say it again. Megan Thee Stallion is number 2. All right, Megan Thee Stallion is number 2. Let's give a round of applause for Megan Thee Stallion. Clap it up, because she, in under a year, because she's literally, since the summer, has been a solidified name in the game when it comes to female rap. She just shoved her way in there, bro, because Big Old Freak, I had heard of Tina Snow from 2018. But then 2019 came, and she just shoved herself in the music game, bro. She shoved her name in there, and it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? She shoved her name in there, and she became a top 3 when it came to female rap. It was Nicki, Cardi, and then boom, Meg. He was saying, it's like, oh my gosh, Meg is here now. And she's twerking. And her butt looks real. You know, whether or not it is real, who knows? But Cardi's was clearly fake, because she said it all the time. And Nicki's is clearly fake. But then you got Meg Thee Stallion, who out here, knee strength on 1,000. Knee strength on 1,000 million. Okay, a million times 1,000, I don't know what number that is, but that's what her knee strength was at. All right. And she could rap. Like, she could rap. You know, she could rap, and there wasn't a lot of that when it came to female rap, honestly. When it came to female rap in 2019, there wasn't a lot of female rappers that could really spit. Like, they were going up to ciphers, or they're going up to these radio stations and really spitting, you know. And she has one with Charlie Ruth, Fire in the Booth. Stupid fire. And she put that on her album too. Stupid Fire, she was on Billboard for Big Old Freak, and then when that left, she was on Billboard for Cashish, and then with that left, she was on Billboard for Hot Girl Summer. She trademarked Hot Girl Summer. She had everybody saying Hot Girl Summer. She had people saying Friend. Like, she is a trendsetter, dude. You know what I'm saying? And she solidified her name in the game at this point, man. If when she drops her real album, if she'll do triple digits, I'm gonna be very surprised. I'll be very surprised if she don't do triple digits. But to me, she's already a superstar in this game because she's in that triangle now, bro. And it all happened in under a year, bro. Under a year, she solidified herself in that top triangle because it was Cardi B, it was Nicki Minaj, and then it was like, where's the other super big name female? You know what I'm saying? And yes, we know what sells, bro. Sex. And she is, her whole brand and music is based around sex. And that, it's why, part of the reason why she became lit. You know what I'm saying? She was a person that really represented the natural people, the natural females. And they love that, man. Natural females that really like to give it up and really like to be aggressive with their approach. And it's like, I like to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do that, and you don't do it to me. You know what I'm saying? That's really what she embodies, and just like empowerment. So it doesn't have to be like a super sexual thing. It's more just also just like empowering yourself as a woman, and top three right now. Like it's her, Nicki, Cardi when it comes to female rap was like very notable, and like when you point to these three individuals, it's like, all right, these three individuals represent female rap right now. So I definitely commend Megan Thee Stallion for doing her thing, and she's the only female on the ladder in 2019 because she deserves it. And her and the baby have been 1 and 2 probably for quite some time. Honestly, they've probably been 1 and 2 for the last like 3 ladders, to be honest. But ladies and gentlemen, it's been great rocking with you guys all 2019 for the Hip Hop Rookie of the Year show with Lil Nas X, YNW Melly, Emily Choppa, Roddy Ricch, Megan Thee Stallion, and the baby to end off 2019. All right. It's been pretty dope doing the show, and I enjoyed it a lot to be able to see the growth of artists and see people progress and just see how you can go from a little seed to a big seed. I think that was probably the biggest thing that I took from this. It's like all it literally takes is sometimes it takes a backing. Sometimes it really takes a backing in order to get far. But if these artists were lazy themselves and didn't put out good music, and didn't produce good music, then it wouldn't matter about the backing. You know what I'm saying? You have to also put out a good product. And these artists are putting out good products. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody can tell Meg to do Hot Girl Summer. Like even if somebody did, you have to embody it. Nobody can tell Meg to twerk like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can tell the baby to be the baby. He has to be the baby by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody can give YNW Melly that distinctive voice. Nobody can give Emily Choppa that aggression that makes you want to go punch a grandmother in her face. You know what I'm saying? I don't advocate for punching grandmothers, but like Emily Choppa, man, like everybody on this list is distinctive. I think Roddy Ricch kind of needs to still work on his distinctiveness because I think he kind of went backwards when it comes to like what his sound is. But at the end of the day, he's still putting that work this year, and I'm not gonna take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? Grammy nominated, balling, racks in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Die Young was still popping. You know what I'm saying? Down below, yeah, visuals touch 1 million or double-digit millions, honestly. But Breakfast Club, he's been doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't 1,000% have to give him that credit. But when it comes to XXL as well, the baby and Megan Thee Stallion were also on XXL. Now, I don't hate on XXL, but I think their credibility ever since Lil Sky really said that they already had 6th spot locked up before they had people try to vote on it. I really stopped really giving XXL all the respect that they feel as if they deserve. Because that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And you're just trying to have people pay for the spot. This is a music industry. Everything is payola. If you think that everything is organic in the music industry, then man, you're sadly mistaken. A lot of people pay for things. Payola is a major thing when it comes to the music industry. So you gotta 1,000% understand that because people are literally trying to take advantage of you for money, and it's usually how these things end up working out. But at the end of the day, if you don't have a good product, you could pay for something and it could still not go anywhere. It can go double plastic. double trash bin. You know what I'm saying? Double trash can or triple trash can, honestly. Platinum trash can if the product is not very good. So, but it's been great rocking with you guys all 2019. It's been dope doing this with Quality Time Network, and I appreciate the opportunity to do the show and talk about these rookies every week. So I don't know how much specific time I have left, but if I end up getting cut off at some point, just know that it was dope talking about these rookies and being able to see all of them grow and blossom into what they are today. Roddy Ricch, bona fide star, Megan Thee Stallion, bona fide star, the baby solidified superstar. Lil Nas X still, to me, on the rise as a star. I don't think he's a superstar yet. If you want to put in like basketball rankings, I think that he's an all-star, yes. Superstar, no. YNW to me is a superstar because of his high engagement still as he is in prison. 70, I think he did 70K on the album though, but let's just say all-star. Let's say all-star. Let's see what he does when he comes out of jail, and then we'll take it from there. So let's say all-star. And Lee Chaba to me is a superstar. 1,000% bona fide superstar. He still has more time to drop an actual album, and when that actual album comes out, he can really do his thing. For real. But, once again, thank you guys. My name is Taylor Elajas. Check me out at Taylor Elajas on Instagram and YouTube. This is Taylor Elajas on TikTok. And if you're not on TikTok, you need to get to watch some TikToks and being on TikTok because that's the next platform. As much as people my age may not like TikTok, you're going to have to like it because it's going to be in your face. So you're going to get forced to like it anyway. So you might as well do it willingly before it gets forced in your face. I know, I had people that were like, oh, I like TikTok. And then TikTok just got forced out of their throats. And now they like TikTok, and TikTok songs get stuck in their head all the time. So, but I feel like I only have like so many seconds left. So I think I'm going to end this off by singing the words to Die Young. I ain't trying to die young, so I got to ride one. Stood 10 toes down in my Balenciagas. Ran up on her with the blocker. Cold-hearted. Wet the blocker. I probably said this other song, but it's okay. I got to keep it on me. I want to die young. I'd be judged by 12, being carried by 6. I'm going to go post bail. Just look at my wrist. Tell me why the legends always got to die quick. When I'm in traffic, had to slide with the beat, mommy. Yeah, I keep out 10 rats busting up the jeans. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. If I ever get caught like it, me gon' slide. And since I got the rollie, I ain't got the time. All this time, these niggas can't get the shine. I'm balling in the city like you. Friends.